So if you want to play as BB-8 in Star Wars Battlefront 2 in 2025, these are going to be the start cards I recommend you guys. I'm just going to go through every single card and discuss why I think some are good, some are bad, and which ones are my favorites. So the first card, Self-Repairs. Obviously, BB-8's got some great health regen of 300, the same as Obi-Wan. So this just makes it the same max health regen of 400 with the card. So it is a very good card, but you really don't need it because 300 health regen should be plenty. And you can get kills to build up your health with BB-8. So solid card. I use it sometimes. Don't always really use it though because you don't really need to. So I would say if you want to start out with BB-8, this is a great first card to use. And you get it right away. So that's a nice thing. Shielded roll, 60% less damage during rolling charge. Not super important because by the time you should be taking damage, you should already be hitting someone. So really be careful with your shielded roll or with your rolling charge, and you shouldn't have to worry about taking any damage, even ever needing this card. Head first, going to give you 40 base damage on BB-8's rolling charge ability. So instead of 150, you'll do 190. So it is a pretty big jump, but again, not super important. You should be doing damage other ways, helping your team, and you don't really need this. There's other cards that are just better for helping your team out. Whirlwind, must-have card. Increases the radius by 2 meters and adds 8 more damage to the Cable Spin. Cable Spin, the best ability that BB-8 has, if you know how to use it and when to use it. Absolutely ridiculous. It just makes it do that much more damage. Spared Batteries, decent card. I really don't find myself using this shock rod a ton with BB-8. I'll use it here and there, but it doesn't have the great stun effect that BB-9E has, so it's not going to do a ton of damage either. But if you use this, it's pretty easy to get a lot of damage with BB-8. You can get that damage increase pretty easy. I just don't think it's as good as some other options. Spinner card, you're going to reduce the cooldown by 10 seconds for 2 enemies hit, which you will find yourself doing that quite often. But I just feel the 10-second cooldown isn't that important, but it is a decent card. If you want to use this one, by all means, you definitely can. It's probably one of the top 4 or 5 cards for BB-8 for sure. Trusty Droid, this is like the worst card. So when you defeat an enemy with resistance backing, you'll heal friendly characters around him. So 12 health regen literally means 12. You get 12 health. That's all you get. If it gave you regen for a certain amount, like 12 for 10 seconds or something, it'd be good, but it's literally just 12 health, so it's pretty garbage. Not really going to do anything for you. Now, Uncover. This is a great card. Not only does it make you do more damage, makes your teammates do more damage. Because BB-8 has a base boost with resistance backing of 5%, so you add this, does 17.5% more damage. So this is going to boost your Cable Spin. It's going to boost your teammates around you. If you're playing HVV, you're going to boost the Sabers, the Blasters, just everyone. And during a wall hack ability, it's just going to make it that much easier to ambush and do extra damage, being able to see through walls and everything. So I actually typically use this card just to help out teammates and myself. Last we got Roll Together. Now this card is glitched. BB-8 has a base 6% faster cooldown for your abilities, but for some reason you had this 15, which would be 21. It gives you 31%, so it must be some error with the code and the numbers. So your teammates get 31% faster abilities, which, think about it, you got a 10-second ability, that's going to drop it basically down to 6-7 seconds, so really great. Only problem is you have to be pretty close to your teammates. You can't be too far away, so you really have to be next to them. So if that's not something you'll be able to do, then definitely don't use it. And you can throw on something like Spinner or Health Regen if you want to do that. But for me personally, I try to stay by my teammates as BB-8, so I think this is the best option for 3 cards right here. You're going to help out your team, still do a ton of damage, and just be overall an annoying character to play against if you know what you're doing. So yeah, like I said, if you don't want to use this card, just throw on Self-Repairs like this, and you'll be fine. Or if you want to throw on Spinner and have more Cable Spin, by all means, you definitely can. In Trooper mode, Spinner is probably better. In HV, it's not as important because by the time you use it, you can just wait the cooldown and use it again. And if you know what you're doing, you can kind of hide around corners and kite people, and it's just not super important. But in Trooper modes, yeah, definitely a great card. So if you want to use these 3 for Trooper modes, these are definitely solid as well. But overall, I usually stick to these 3. So yeah, I hope this helps some of you guys out, and thanks for watching.